Hey, what's up YouTube? So, for the past week or so, I've not really been uploading consistently, and for those of you that watched my World Tour video will know why. I've not been very well. Sore throat, blocked nose, persistent cough, makes for bad commentary. I wouldn't want to listen to it, so I didn't expect you to either. So, what I have been doing is, well, I've not played that much Minecraft. Well, I've played a little bit of it, but unless I can commentate over pixel art, I don't usually make it, and, well, that's 80% of the fun for me in this game. But I have been playing a bit, and I'll get around to that in a second. But what I have been playing is a little bit of Black Ops 2 and a little bit of Injustice Gods Among Us. And to play those, I needed to renew my Xbox Live subscription. So it's official, I have my gold back. At least for this month. I only bought a month because well, it depends what Microsoft are announcing on, like, is it the 26th? As to whether or not I renew it again or not, like by a whole year or 6 months. And the reason that I'm telling you this is, if any of you wants to add me, I will leave my gamer tag somewhere in the description, or on the screen, or in the comments, or somewhere. It'll be left somewhere. Feel free to add me, maybe we'll play together, maybe we'll become BFFs and braid each other's hair, who knows, that's an option. Alright, so what I have been doing in Minecraft is I've been making some houses and some buildings. Since I figured I can't make pixel art and I get a fair amount of requests asking if I can make some other stuff, like statues and buildings and such, I figured why not throw some creativity into houses. Now, two things before I exit this one. I don't do the insides of them, I just leave them blank. It doesn't really interest me to do the inside. Some people do some really cool stuff. Some people make like makeshift sinks and toilets and everything. Like everything. They do like proper kitchens and stuff, and it looks really cool. But that's not me. I don't do that. But I do design the outsides of them. That was the first thing. The second thing I want you to know is this first one is absolutely awful. What I did was, I was just feeling creative. I made a new world and I was like, right, I'm just going to build 4 walls and I'm going to see how it ends up. And I came up with this monstrosity. Now, it is admittedly the worst house in the world. I won't deny you that. The worst, absolutely worst concept that anybody could have ever thought of. It's like, I don't know, it's like a light bulb or a lamp or so, I don't know. I just don't know how to describe it. I need to cough, excuse me. So yeah, I'll give you that. That's the worst house. So after I made that, let me just sleep. After I made that, I was like, alright, that's shit. I need to step my game up. This is house number 2. Now, I feel as though I did a bit better. It's basically designed around the windows. I just did like the 4 walls, and I just added a cool window pattern in. And I think it's got a cool effect to it. And that's pretty much all this house is designed around. And I did a cool thing with the roof as well. But I felt as though this one was, you know, showcase worthy. I thought it was, I think it's pretty good. Nice, nice, small, simple. Yeah, it's got a touch of, you know, a finer touch to it. And this is what I did to the roof. It kind of reminded me of like a spider or a scarab or something. Pretty cool, I think. Sorry, I had to cough again. You see, this would be the issue with me making the pixel art tutorials. I'd be coughing like every 5 seconds. But yeah, that's house number 2. House number 3, this one wasn't designed or made by me. It was designed and made by an in real life friend of mine. If you're a hardcore follower, it's actually the first video on my channel. A house that's roughly similar to this one, of it being time-lapse built. This is house number 3. Get over to the porch. There you go. Now house number 4, this is made by me. I feel as though I ripped this off of somebody. I've seen this house before, but I have no idea where, why, when, how, what. I have no idea. I swear I just made it out of my head. It was just in there. I had a pretty vivid image. So if I have stole this off of somebody, you know, sorry. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool looking house. I think it's got a certain elegance to it. I think if you made a load of other houses in the same sort of style, with the sandstone and the spruce wood and the nether brick roof, I think you could get a pretty cool looking village going. And last but not least, that's house number 4, obviously. Last but not least, Nyan Cat. Now you might argue this isn't exactly a house, but I'll show you why it kind of is in a second. I got a comment suggesting this to me on my Nyan Cat video. They were like, you know, all you'd have to do is make it 3D and you could turn it into a house. And I was like, well, that's kind of the best idea that I've ever heard of. I can't believe I never thought of this. Because whoever suggested it to me is obviously on a different level of creativity. Or not, maybe they've ripped it off of somebody, but I think it's a cool idea regardless. Well done to them for ripping it off of somebody if they did. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool idea. I think it came out well. I wasn't sure how it'd look. Like, all I've essentially done is, the whole back part is, you know, Nyan Cat. It's just a copied image. Usually the front right part that you can see of the, what do you call the food? Of the Pop-Tart, the bottom right hand corner, it's usually covered by his face and he's usually looking right at you. But I decided to throw his face forward and, you know, pretty much guessed at what it'd look like if he was, you know, facing that way. And I think it looks pretty cool. So then, what I did was, I pretty much left him hollow. I opened his mouth, put his tongue hanging out, and I separated him into 3 rooms. This little front bit here. You could do something with this, I'm not sure what, probably not much. This giant middle bit here. You could do something really cool with this. You could do like I don't know, like a Nyan Cat themed room. You could put rainbows everywhere. You could do a little Nyan Cat statue. Who knows? Same with this room. I think you could get a really cool Nyan Cat themed like interior designed if you were pretty creative. But I'm not that creative. I just like doing the outside bits. But yeah. Nyan Cat constitutes as number 5. So to recap, Terrible House is number 1, Scarab House is number 2, Not My House is number 3, Ripped Off House is number 4, Nyan Cat is number 5. The reason that that's important is, if you want a tutorial of any of these houses, and if you want multiple tutorials, like you want to see this house and this house and this house, throw them in the description, in the order of which you'd like to see them, if you'd like to see them. And the tutorials wouldn't be, they'd be easy to follow, they wouldn't be that long, they'd be pretty concise. I'd hope under 25 minutes, aiming for 20, and they should be easy to replicate. I've got a good idea of how I do it. So, if you want to see them, any of them, and in which order, once again, that is house number 1, this is house number 2, this is house number 3, that is house number 4, and Nyan Cat is house number 5. I should hopefully be back to posting videos in like, oh no, this will get posted on Wednesday, so I'd hope tomorrow, but more realistically probably Friday. I don't know what will be posted up next. Maybe it will be a pixel art tutorial, maybe it will be a house tutorial. I'm going to give it until Friday morning, and we'll see. We'll see if what I'll be making house-wise, if any. Maybe you guys don't want to see it. Hey, if you've made it this far into the video, maybe you think I deserve a like. If you want to, comment, and if you're new here, maybe you should think about subscribing. I put out new content at least every other day. And for my fellow video makers, if you're interested in a YouTube partnership, click the link below in the description.